Alright guys, welcome back to Mr. Post Frame. I've missed, I think, 3 or 4 normal video days, and that's because Justin, our creative director, him and his family decided to move back to Texas. We knew that eventually happened, but it just happened a little sooner than we expected, so we're super excited for Justin and his family. We're super thankful that we had him for the last couple years. He really made a difference here at Mr. Post Frame. However, that means that I got to take back over all of the editing. So that is why we have missed 3 to 4 video days. We had a trip to Montana. It was part business, part fun. So our back 40 building company, where we do all of our Barndominium designs, we own that with Liv Berg, and she lives in Montana. So we went out there, we met with Liv, we went over some business stuff. The cool part about where Liv lives is about 15 minutes away. My old law enforcement partner lives and is self-building in the mountains. So coming up soon, I will have a full tour of my best friend's build in the mountains. His name is Brandon. He has self-built this whole thing by himself. Lots of challenges. I think you guys are going to like this tour. We're going to go back and do a final walk through that, but that was awesome. He also took me floating down the Blackfoot River. We fly fished. Pretty amazing time. But we're back. We did the Iowa State Fair, which was a 2-week event. We had a booth there with Delta Metals. Delta Metals actually had the booth. But we had a booth within their booth. That was pretty awesome. We had a bunch of people stop by, met a bunch of people. It was definitely worth it. And we now have one more trip to Idaho, which is the Chief Conference. Chief is the system we use to design all of our buildings. So we're sending all of our designers there. Emily and I are going to meet them there. And then once we get back, I have a lot of stuff that I got to get done. I'm going to show you my garage. I'm going to show you my building pad over here. Everything has completely got away from me. I'm not going to lie. Garage is a mess. Can't even park in it. I got so much crap over here on this building pad. You can't even drive through it. I have a 24 by 48 over here that I've been trying to build for like 8 months. It's a project that would realistically, if I could just stay with it by myself, could probably build in 2 weeks. And I started it last fall. It's a little embarrassing. I have my dad's cabin build, which has been like a 5-year process. I'm gonna try to get that done. So going into this fall, I'm going to try to recalibrate Mr. Post Frame. It seems like I'm on like a 2 to 3 year cycle where I have to kind of reevaluate what I'm doing. So anyway, look at this mess. Got brackets all over the place. Got fencing all over the place. Got this hunting blind that I made, which I did video all of this, that I got to finish. My son killed deer out of it. But that's an unfinished project. We've got all this scrap metal sitting over here. This was the NFBA display right here, still sitting here. Got all of this metal that I took from a building I took down, that my plan was build a whole bunch of hunting blinds with, which, you know, my time just got away from me, and that hasn't happened. So I've just moved this around a whole bunch. Got some pallet of Rosetta Stone here that I need to do something with. Just kind of a mess. And then down here, got my build I'm calling the doghouse build, which it is coming along. I did make some progress on this. I haven't done an updated video on it lately, which I need to do because I have it all leveled off, compacted. I put my floor drain in. I actually put another footing in over here to put a 10 by 12 overhead door there, which somebody did say, hey, you're going to end up closing this whole thing in and pouring concrete in it, which is true. That's what's happening. So I got another footing in, so I got to put a post there, another post there, get all my insulation down. I bought one more window to match the others to put right there. Then we can get this concrete in. That's the status of this build. I mean, look at all this stuff in here. Block this off because I did clean the canning kitchen out and I put this temporary door in it, which is a bunch of extra work, but I got tired of cleaning that out to do canning. So that's all cleaned out. I got to get a door ordered for there so I can finish this all off completely. I want to get all of this crap out of here. I'm just tired of hanging on to all this stuff, to be honest with you. I got a bunch of tools I need to get rid of, a bunch of extra supplies I need to get rid of. I mean, it's just bad. Not to mention, I've got this thing over here. I'm gonna sell this skid shed once I gotta fix it. I ran into it with the skid steer this last winter. Look at all this crap in here. Embarrassing. Look at it all. I know, looking at all this stuff, you're probably like, man, this dude is a hoarder. Not a hoarder. I actually have some serious OCD, and all of this stuff basically incapacitates me. Clutter incapacitates me. And when I look at all this, I think to myself, where do I even start? Because I have all these other projects for other people that I'm doing. Hence why I want to wrap a bunch of them up, and I just want to take some time to myself to get all this stuff under control because it makes me less efficient. It creates clutter in my mind. Some of you maybe love it. I do not. I hate it. And I'm just at my wit's end. So I am going to take time to get all this stuff done. And I have so many little projects in the house that I never finished because we started building for other people. And for those of you who own a business, you already know, I don't even have to say this, but once you start doing stuff for other people, your stuff gets put on the back burner. And I'm not saying any of this to blame anybody. All of this is my fault that I've let it get to this point, but I got to get it under control. And so we are going to get after it this fall. Like I said, I got one more trip, and then I can get going on all this stuff. So I have all the steel to finish here, all the metal to cover these headers. I have everything I need. I got all the metal to finish that. That's my main chases for the HVAC. Just drives me crazy. Oh, and I'll take you down to our storm shelter. It's basically a basement, but it is a disaster. All my hunting gear is down here, but this will also, show you what a mess it is. So for those of you who are new to the channel, this is where Emily and I used to sleep when we lived in the garage. Come down here. Yes, I've arrowed all those deer, most of them on video. But look at this mess. Pretty crazy. So the plan here is once the doghouse is done, I'll clean the garage out. The far bay of the garage is going to become my hunting area, so I can get all my archery gear up there, all of these benches with all of my, bow press and arrow saw and all that kind of stuff. I can someday display all these European mounts I have. I have a Conex box of shoulder mounts. But this is going to become, we're going to make this into, going to put like our old couch down here, probably a couple bunk beds. We're going to put a TV down here. That way when we do have storms, we can come and just hang out down here. We'll probably put a little drink fridge down here and just finish this off. That's kind of been the goal. And then upstairs, we're going to make that into a permanent studio, which will be pretty sweet. Holy cow, what's my camera doing? So we're going to make this into a permanent studio. I know it doesn't look like much now other than a junk hole. But yeah, lots of projects. I got to get zeroed in. Just got to make a change. Got to start getting up earlier, going to bed earlier, which since the kids are going to go back to school, that should help. Oh, I'm not done. Look at the office. Look at this. Disgusting. Computers everywhere, camera gear everywhere. Worked here today for a while, trying to get stuff organized. This eventually is going to become our workout room. I will say I did install the Mr. Cool mini split system in my garage here. I got 4 heads and it is amazing. Even in the winter, sub-zero temperatures, it put out heat like crazy. But we're going to turn this into a workout room. All right, guys, that is going to be a wrap on today's video. Bunch of rambling, I know, but some of this might honestly relate to some of you guys. This is my Barndominium that I built. I designed it and built it by myself. And you're going to find that through the process, you're going to have all kinds of challenges. It's not if you're going to have challenges, it's when they happen. You got to navigate them. And if you don't handle it properly, it can kind of steal some of the joy out of it. But our channel, our design company, all of that is to help you navigate all of that. We have a planning guide, we have a budget sheet, we have a patron group, we got the YouTube that we do all the DIY stuff on. Make sure you guys check that out if you're new to the channel. We really appreciate all of your support. I think a lot of our videos moving forward are going to be a little bit more probably personable, since I'm going to be doing all of the videoing and editing again. That's how I started. I did that for the first couple of years before Justin came aboard. But I'm pretty pumped about this fall and this winter because I want to just spend some time here and try to finish what I started. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, share us with your friends, and we'll catch you on the next video.